The worst mistake of your life never feels like a mistake when you're making it. It feels like main character energy. It feels like a choice. My name is Maxim, and I chose the Forgotten Boiler Plant because I wanted a story. I got one. A true one. This is the night I RSVP'd to a ritual. New Year's Eve. The world was drunk and shouting. I was sober and stubborn, walking toward the lone smokestack. The building didn't just exist. It brooded. It breathed out rust and damp earth. Oleg Viktorovich opened the door. His presence hit me like a wall of frigid air. Not a man. A warning. He tried to save me. Go home. Champagne. Parties. Girls. His voice was gravel on bone. I thought it was contempt. I stayed. The tour was a confession of neglect. The groan of ancient machinery was a constant, weary lament. Then, a skittering. Not rats. Something with purpose in the dark. Oleg dismissed it. He smoked and watched the windows as the sun died. Then the real sounds began. A deep, resonant thump from the heart of the boiler. A moan that didn't travel through the air, but through the iron into my boots and my spine. My blood crystallized. Oleg saw my fear, and he finally spoke truth. You like scary stories? He whispered. He spoke of Korokin, the old death god of winter. Of the true Snegurochka, not a maiden, but a sacrifice. A blue-faced girl strangled on animal entrails. Now imagine, he breathed, children calling for her, and a frozen, strangled corpse answering. The dread was a taste, metallic, final. He told me his own story. Footprints in fresh snow, tiny, smooth soles, funeral shoes, leading from a grave whose date matched that very day. That little trickster went for a walk, he said. His silence afterward was louder than any scream. As full dark clamped down, his tension became a tangible thing. He was waiting. He left me alone with the furnace. The feeling of being watched became a pressure on the back of my neck. The muffled weeping in the pipes became a melody. I chanted lies to myself about the wind. I fed the fire, and the bed of ash shifted. A mound rose where nothing had fallen. I turned away. I turned back, shovel heavy, and I saw it. A face in the core of the flame, charred black. A skull wreathed in living fire. Two pits of absolute, knowing fury blazed. It saw me. Its jaw dropped in a silent, endless scream. Then the sound came, a world-ending howl of rage and pain. It vibrated in my teeth, in the marrow of my bones. The head pushed up. Shoulders of cracking, spitting coal followed. It was pulling itself out. I was stone. I was ice. The creature dragged itself toward the furnace door. Heat waves poured off it, smelling of burned meat and old terror. A clawed hand of blackened bone gripped the furnace lip. It anchored. It focused. The fire eyes found me again. It opened its maw. A roar tore from my throat, raw and defiant. My hand found the cold steel of a crowbar. The creature hauled itself onto the floor, a heap of animate ember and hatred, and began to crawl. A trail of smoke and dew. I raised the weapon. It was 10 feet away. Bang! The door behind me exploded inward. Oleg's voice cut through, not with fear, but furious, booming authority. I told you it was too early for him. He's not on the list. Everything stopped. The fire creature froze. Its blazing head slowly turned from me. It looked past me, to the doorway, to Oleg, the list. The words dropped into my gut like stones. The last-minute internship. The bureaucratic error. This specific cursed plant. His desperate attempts to send me away. The pity in his eyes. I wasn't a student. I was an offering. A name typed in error on a register no mortal should see. The true horror wasn't the thing of fire and anguish crawling toward me. It was the man in the doorway. The man I thought was my keeper. His voice, now stripped of pretense, was the voice of a warden, And I was the inmate who'd arrived just as the night's real work began. This is where the true nightmare begins. What is the list? Who writes it? And what happens to the name that's added? After midnight? Subscribe now. This story doesn't just continue. It twists into something darker, something personal. Your subscription isn't just a click. It's a witness. It's the only key to the next chapter. Turn on notifications. Don't look away. What happens next is why some doors should stay forever locked.